In this video, we're going to talk about equations with all real numbers, or the empty set, as solutions. This is Lisa, and I'll be working through this section with you. There are three types of solutions to linear equations. In the first, the equation may be a conditional equation, which has exactly one solution, such as x equals 5. Up to this point, these are probably the types of equations that you've seen. The other two options, the equation may be a contradiction, an equation that is never true. This type of equation has a solution called the empty set, and we use this symbol to represent the empty set. And the third thing that can happen when you're solving equations is that you may have an equation that is what we call an identity, which means that the equation is always true. The solution set to an identity is the set of all real numbers, which we write in this fashion. We're going to do some examples next. Example number 1, and you guys can follow along in your workbooks and write the solutions down. 5x minus 3 times x plus 2 equals 16 plus 2x. The first thing that we need to do to solve is to distribute to get rid of our parentheses. So we're following the same steps that we did to solve any other kind of equation. First, simplify each side of your equation. So here we're going to have 5x. We're distributing the negative 3, so we're going to have minus 3x minus 6 equals 16 plus 2x. On the left-hand side, we have like terms that we can combine. 5x minus 3x is 2x minus 6 equals 16 plus 2x. Now I want to use my addition property to get all of my x terms on the same side of the equation. I'm going to subtract 2x from each side. I have plus 2x here, so if I subtract it, and what I get is that 2x minus 2x is 0, so I have just minus 6 on the left, and on the right, 2x minus 2x is 0, I have 16 on the right, and negative 6 is not equal to 16. This equation will never be true. So an equation that is never true is called a contradiction, and the answer that we give to a contradiction is always the empty set. That's what we enter as our answer. Let's do two more examples. Example number 2, negative 6x plus 4 equals negative 2 times 3x minus 2. Again, we need to start by simplifying. So we're going to distribute the negative 2, and I get negative 6x plus 4 equals negative 6x plus 4. To get all my x terms on the same side, I'm going to add 6x to each side. And this is starting to look pretty much like the last equation that we did. Negative 6x plus 6x is 0, leaving us with 4 on the left. Negative 6x plus 6x is 0, so we have just 4 on the right. 4 equals 4, that is always true. So think about the answer that's always true is the set of all real numbers. And we write it in these fancy set brackets to represent that it is a set of numbers. Example number 3. Again, when I start with my equation, I can't tell just by looking at that equation whether it's going to be option 1, option 2, or option 3. I don't know that until I start solving it. Again, we're going to distribute to get rid of our parentheses. 5x minus 2x minus 4 equals 16 plus x. I can combine my like terms on the left-hand side. 5x minus 2x is 3x minus 4 equals 16 plus x. going to subtract x from the right to get rid of the x on that side to move it to the other side. I subtract x on each side. 3x minus x is 2x minus 4 equals 16. Add 4 to both sides. So I get all my numbers on the same side. So x is on one side, numbers on the other side. Now I can use that multiplication property. 2 times x, I divide by 2 to get the x by itself. X equals 10. And we can go back and check this to make sure that we have the correct answer. Now, when you have the empty set as your answer, it's really difficult to check because any number that you plug in will not be true. If you get all real numbers as your solution, you can pick two different numbers like -1 and 2, plug both of those in to see do they both work. You're picking random numbers. If they both work, chances are you do have an identity which has the solution set of all real numbers. And in example 3, where we have exactly one number, we can absolutely check this one. Is 5 times 10 minus 2 parentheses 10 plus 2, is that equal to 16 plus 10? You can check this on your calculator or by hand. I think I'm pretty quick by hand. So 50 minus 10 plus 2 is 12, and 2 times 12 is 24. 50 minus 24 is 26, and 16 plus 10 is 26. Both sides of the equation are the same, so my answer does indeed check. And that concludes the video for section 11.1. You should proceed on to the homework and then the quiz. Have a good day, everyone.